I'm going to start that over.
Why?
Because I forgot to record.
Oh, okay.
We are now recording. Welcome, live stream viewers. Bear with me a second. To all who listen to this happy pod, welcome. My name is Noah Parker, and welcome to my world of wonder, where I am joined by my beautiful wife and co-host, Adriana.
Hello, everyone.
And that literally camera looks different now than it did when I started,
Like
so
the
that's
angle?
super annoying. No, the color.
Oh.
If you notice, yours is like kind of yellow. Mine is like not.
Yours is.
And this one is not. This
Oh,
one
that's
and
weird.
this one look pretty similar, but this one is like yellow all of a sudden.
That's weird.
I like went through and made sure all the
Yeah.
cameras were set the same, and that they all looked fine. And now all of a sudden this one looks weird. So
I think
whatever.
it's because I stand in front of you and it like probably adjusted.
It might have, but it wasn't supposed. It shouldn't
I'm
have, because
sorry.
I thought I had everything should be off on auto. But it's okay. Welcome to the show, everyone.
It's funny because like we had like 10 minutes to spare this time, and usually we're like hassling, we're like running, like
Yeah. I'm like barely getting it
And
started on time.
then still something happens, which is funny. But
Super
it always
annoying.
happens.
That's one of the biggest reasons I want to upgrade cameras, so that everything is just the same. Because
Yeah.
right now we're using 2 iPhones and
Someday.
a Panasonic G7, and they work wonderfully. But like
Yeah.
the iPhones are annoying because they for some reason don't seem to have the same
Match.
colors, and I don't know
Well,
why, but it is what
wow.
it is. We
It's
we
okay.
just keep going. So
Yeah. Someday.
it's only half of this anyway. Half of it's the audio, so it's
Mhm.
fine.
That's true. That's true. Well, what are we talking about today?
Why don't you tell them what we're talking about today? Because I'm going to be
Okay.
doing a lot of talking here in about 5 minutes.
That's
So
true. We are going to be talking about Noah's trip that he just went on over the last weekend. He went to Disney World in Florida, Orlando. And he's gonna tell us all about it.
yeah,
He already told me a lot about it, so I'm listening to it again. But
that's okay. As
I'll
random,
probably come up.
you guys can say as
uh,
random questions
with
pop up,
questions,
like feel free to jump in and ask.
okay.
Because otherwise it's going to be a lot
Yeah, I
of
know.
me just talking. I'm trying to decide where I want to start from, too.
I mean, I could also kind of recap too, since you kind of told me. Well, not really.
I mean, I guess,
Yeah,
but that's
it'd be
like
kind
that's
of
like getting into the game of telephone a little bit.
True,
Where
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. We can start, I guess, kind of from the beginning. So
Mhm.
it all started on Friday morning at 2:11 a.m.
2:11.
2:11. I guess it was 2 a.m. But
I remember you telling me that it was gonna be like 3 in the morning. You're like.
yeah, but I woke up at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I barely
Were you-
slept that night, to be honest.
I mean, you slept, but then you got up at 2 probably for like. Were you excited? Did you have like excited nerves?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember watching the commercials for Disney World when you were younger?
Yeah.
And the 2 little kids are like in their
Yeah.
room and they're like, "Are you sleeping?" It's like, "I'm too
Yeah.
excited to sleep." Literally me. So yeah,
That's funny.
I don't feel like I slept like at all on Friday night,
You
because
did,
I went to
though.
bed at like 8 or 9, but like I kept waking up.
Yeah.
And the one of the big things too was that I had an alarm set for 2:30, I think, so I could get up at 2:30.
Mhm.
And I was getting super paranoid about, or not paranoid, I guess, but I just was feeling bad about my alarm going off at 2 a.m. when you had,
Yeah.
I guess you didn't work the next week, so it was Saturday.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to, I
I
didn't
know,
want
you're
my
so
alarm to go
sweet.
off and wake you up. So I was like waking up like every 10 minutes to make sure the alarm wasn't about to go off so I could turn it off
Yeah.
first.
I think what's weird about me just being a light sleeper in general, and it's I guess somewhat anxious, I need to go see like a doctor about it or something, but like I feel like I notice when you like wake up sometimes.
Yeah, so I probably didn't
So,
even do
like,
any good by making sure that alarm didn't go off. I probably
You
kept
just
you
kept
awake
me
more.
up.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I'm glad
Because-
that I did. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like your breathing just like calms me and like keeps me asleep. I don't know. It's weird.
That's good.
Yeah,
Unless
it's-
I'm trying to wake up at
Well,
2 in the
yeah,
morning.
I know.
But I'm glad that I did wake up early because we have our security cameras outside, right? And it was very cold when I went to bed. And so I just pulled up the cameras just to see like what it looked like outside, if like cars were frosted over and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it was snowing. Like, not crazy. It wasn't like we didn't have a foot or anything. It was maybe like an inch deep, maybe a half an inch deep even. And so I was like, oh crap, I have to drive to DIA, which is like an hour away from our house in this. So I called my sister and I'm like, hey, you should head over here like now so we can leave, because my sister came to my house. So, and I drove out to the airport, and then she just drove my car back. In the future, I honestly might just park my car there. If it's going to be quick like that, like, depending on what time I go, like, because the one that I'm planning next in April is probably a 5:30 flight. So it's going to have to be at the airport at 3:30 again. So anyway, I digress. But yeah, so my sister met me here, and I drove up to the airport, and I was like, we're gonna have to go a little bit earlier because it's snowing, and I don't want to miss the flight or be late or whatever. So anyway, glad we got up early. Got to the airport. That was fun. Had to de-ice the plane because it was cold.
Oh wow!
But that mom was like, that freaks me out, and I'm like, I found it really fascinating. I'm like super entertained when they were de-icing the plane.
Yeah, but it's not even like, I don't even know what that
They
means.
basically, like, you just taxi out to like a giant pad where there's like 2 trucks that just spray the entire plane down with the de-icing agent.
Like with the floor, not like the plane itself.
No, the
right?
plane.
Oh, the plane.
They spray it all over the plane because if any of the flaps or the ailerons or any of the control surfaces of the plane are frozen, freeze up, you'll die.
Right. Okay.
So they have to put a de-icing agent on it to keep it from freezing while you take off.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was really.
You were in the plane while that was happening.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think I enjoy it. I think the first time I ever experienced the de-icing in a plane was in March of last year when I did basically the same thing I did just last weekend.
Nice.
And I think that was the first time I got de-iced too. And so it was fun. I don't know. I enjoy it. I think it's funny. I think it's fun and interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
And then my favorite part of that flight was the taking off, because it was actively snowing when we were taking off. And it was the first time I've ever been in a plane that was taking off into any kind of snow, rain, whatever. And it was really funny because it really looked like jumping into hyperspace.
Like 3, 2, 1, blast off.
Basically, yeah. So yeah, flew into Baltimore, Washington International Airport. Had a 3-hour layover there, and then down to Jacksonville, where my mom and dad picked me up and took me to lunch, where I got to see my aunt and uncle as well, who I haven't seen in a long time, and also am struggling to remember that they don't live in Poland anymore.
That's so funny. They've been not living in Poland for a year now, over a year now, I feel like.
I honestly can't remember exactly how long, but
that's so funny.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I was like, wasn't even registering.
It's also been a while since you saw them too. So.
Yeah. But then after lunch, we went and grabbed some gear from the Walmart, and then just went back to my parents' house, where I got to see my grandma, who I haven't seen since March, actually, too. So it's been almost a year since I saw my grandma as well. That was fun to see her and chat with her a little bit, and then crashed that night. So it was basically the day of flying and then
before going to Disney.
Basically a day of flying and eating and sleep, and then back to sleep. But here's the thing. When we went to bed that night, I didn't end up going to bed until 11, because I kept asking mom and dad what time we were going to wake up the next morning. And it took me a minute to get an answer, but we finally got an answer. And I think I woke up at 5 a.m. and that was rough. So that was like 4 hours, and I didn't sleep super well,
because it's 2 hours ahead, right? So
yeah, my internal clock was messed up, and I don't know. I was doesn't even matter. I don't know. I'm just going into weird detail, but I did not realize that, because my mom had an air mattress in the bedroom that I slept in, which I'm totally fine with air mattresses, but I'm weird about sleeping when there's not something on me. I need a blanket or a sheet.
Same.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I didn't realize that there was that kind of, she had a blanket on the top of the bed, but it looked like it was just a blanket and the fitted sheet, right? I wasn't really thinking much about it. I was like, I'm going to bed. Like, we'll be fine. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going to go to sleep and wake up.
Mm.
And I was like,
Like, I need that.
I need that so bad. But I didn't want to get up and go wake her up to go see if she could get me one or anything. And then probably about 2 a.m. I realized that there was a flat sheet on top of the fitted
That's so
sheet.
funny.
And I crawled up under it, and I was knocked out from 2 a.m. until my alarm went off at 5.
That's good.
And then that was fantastic. And then, yeah, we jumped in the car and drove down to Disney. And we drove this was weird for me because I've pretty much only ever flown to Disney. The only exception, I guess there's technically 4 exceptions, but it's one exception. I lived there in 2011, basically from February 2011 to December of or may have been end of November. I think it was December 2011. And we drove down there those times. And we actually went into the parking lot. But I think every single time we did that, we parked in Magic Kingdom's parking lot and then went wherever we were going.
Yeah.
This was the first time I have ever been in Epcot's parking lot.
Oh, really?
And it was tripping me up a little bit because I'm not used to
like not
being in a parked car
Yeah.
at any park in Disney
That's
except for
true.
Magic. I'm used to taking all of the internal stuff,
Yeah.
all the complimentary transportation. So
That's true.
yeah, it was interesting, and it came back to bite me a little bit later on, but not really bite me, but I don't know.
Just inconvenient a little bit.
Inconvenience me a little bit. Yes, that's a good way to put that. But yeah, and so the first thing I did when we got to Epcot is went up to the ticket stand and I got my annual pass activated.
Yeah.
And this is something I didn't tell you actually before, and I forgot about it until this very second. You remember how we bought it at the end of December?
Yeah.
It expires on February 22nd of next year.
Why?
Because that's the day it was activated. So it's 365 days from the day it was activated.
Interesting.
Not from the day we purchased it. So we have until
nice.
So I have it all the way through February of next year. So
Nice. That's cool.
it's good to know.
Yeah, it is good to know.
But anyway, so I got my annual pass up and roaring, and that was a really exciting moment for me.
That's cool.
And then we went inside the park, and then we filmed a couple videos. Well, we filmed one video actually for Mom's birthday because it was Mom's birthday on the 22nd.
Yes.
Which was super fun to be able to be with her in Disney on her birthday. I can't say for certain because I don't have the world's greatest memory, but I'm pretty certain that is the first time I've ever been in a Disney park with my mom for her birthday.
Wow.
So that was really fun. We did like a little choose your own adventure thing that'll be coming out pretty soon.
Yes.
For her birthday, where I bought her snacks and drinks
Man,
and
it's
a
so
birthday present.
Cute how your mom, like during the choose adventure, she would like close her eyes.
I know.
Every single time she would close her eyes, even though you like can't see them.
Yeah.
And then like no one would have to like guide her hand. To, like,
Only a
make sure
couple
she-
times did the hand have to be guided, but
That's
it was okay.
But
It was funny though.
that is
It was really fun to film though.
Yeah.
Because like every time I felt like it kept getting a little better and she wasn't expecting it to, but it was always getting a little bit more fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then, there's the end part that we're not going to talk about because I want people to go watch the video.
Yeah.
And the end is really great.
There you go.
You should go watch it.
Yeah,
It's not out yet, so don't go watch it now. But
in the
when did I say I was going to put that out? Probably.
I don't know, in the near future.
Yeah, in like the next couple days, probably.
Yeah, like this week or early next week.
Yeah. And then I have a couple other videos that are going to be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
There is actually going to be a whole vlog for the whole thing. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to split it up between days or if I'm just going to do one long one. We'll see. But yeah, that should be coming out. See, that's the thing. If I do 3 parts, then the first part will probably come out next week. If I do it as one big video, it'll probably be like the end or middle of March before it comes out.
Okay.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
But anyway, so we filmed that. We experienced the Festival of the Arts, which is the first time I have ever been there for Festival of the Arts. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he didn't get to paint the square, unfortunately.
Yeah, they do this big mural where you can paint a square, and they didn't have any, like the line was like closed to go
Yeah.
get paint, and there was a ton of people over there when I walked by. So
I wonder if people were like, I don't know, in line, and like the mural was like pretty much all painted, But maybe they had him like repaint or something.
Maybe that could be.
Or like, oh, there's a little tiny spot that someone missed right there.
Right.
Go get
Maybe.
Do that. That would be funny.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was planning on filming a video that was like, what's it like to visit a festival 2 days before it ends? Because the Festival of the Arts actually ended yesterday.
Everyone's just kind of like over it.
It's Tuesday. Yeah. I was going to do a whole video, and then I'm like, I don't think it really is worthwhile to do a full video on it, like filming it in the park and like pointing things out, because it's largely like all the food options are the same, right?
Yeah.
All the art is still being sold.
That's true.
The only thing that was really different is that at that point I didn't get a chance to paint the mural because they didn't have like people there handing out paint.
Yeah.
And the other thing that was different is that typically when you go to a festival, you enter the park, you like go through the touch point, boop, right? And then you walk up, and then they have the park maps. And right next to that, they have a stand that's just full of the passports or not the passports. I guess I don't know what they call them. They're like festival guides, the little booklets that are the festival guides.
Yeah.
They didn't have the festival guides out. The only place to get the festival guides on February 22nd, which was a Saturday, was to go to one of the venues that was selling the food on the list. And then you could get it, but you had to like get in the line, go through the line, and get up there to get it.
That's interesting.
Now, what is weird is that we popped into Epcot for literally like 30 minutes to go ride Spaceship Earth on Sunday.
And they had it?
And they did have them out the front.
That's weird.
So I'm a little confused as to why they weren't there on Saturday.
Yeah,
and they were on Sunday. But
maybe,
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I didn't end up filming that video because I decided it wasn't going to be like worthwhile.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we played in Epcot for a majority of the day. Rode some rides and enjoyed some snacks and yummy food. Yeah. And got a Rice Krispie treat as the completer treat for the colorful, wonderful world of colorful eats, whatever, something like that.
What was your favorite food?
My favorite food on that, honestly, I have two. One that was not on the Wonderful World of Colorful Cuisine tour. That's what it's called. Wonderful World of Color Cuisine. Colorful Cuisine. One that wasn't on that list and one that was on that list. The one that wasn't on the list that I loved, and I would love to learn how to make it and just have it here. It was a not pimento. It was a grilled cheese sandwich. Oh. It had like bacon. Maybe it was pimento. I don't remember. It was delicious though. It had bacon on it and like
a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Honestly, grilled cheese sandwiches hit like
they go so hard.
But they're not healthy, but they're so good.
So good. You could make it healthy. You could make it healthy. We could make it healthy. Let's make one healthy. We'll figure it out. But then there's the tomato soup with it, and the tomato soup was delicious, but I just couldn't, like, I got full off the sandwich, so I couldn't finish the soup. But it was delicious.
Was it a big sandwich?
No, it was only like half of a sandwich.
But like it had not just cheese and bread.
Yeah,
and,
no, it was
stuff.
like, yeah. I should have brought that thing down here. Yeah, it's bacon at least. I can't remember what else was on it.
Huh. That's interesting. That filled you up fast.
Well, that wasn't the only thing I ate.
Right.
I had eaten several other things at this point. And it wasn't that I was full. It's just that, I don't know. It tasted good. It just wasn't hitting. And I needed a little bit of time.
That's so funny.
The other thing I got that was on the wonderful world of colorful cuisine was there's an empanada.
Yeah. Potato one or something.
Yeah, chorizo. Potato and chorizo. Thank you. I knew it started with an S.
Chorizo.
The potato and chorizo empanada, and that was so good.
I bet. I kind of want to learn how to make empanadas too.
I bet you could do it.
Yeah, I could.
Healthy ones too. So after we did that, we went over to Japan Pavilion and we got some. We picked something up from Marcy because she had a souvenir that she wanted from the Japan Pavilion. So we got that for her. And then we went back across the I guess I didn't even say we went across the World Showcase Lagoon in the first place, but we did. That's Japan. And then we rode the boat back across. And then we got our Rice Krispie treat, which me and Adriana actually just shared after dinner earlier today.
It was so
I literally flew it back
delicious,
from Florida for her.
I appreciate that. But it wasn't also because, I mean, you were full, so you didn't want to eat it. So you were like,
well,
but then you were probably like, oh, well,
I
I'll
would
share
have.
it
I
with
probably
you.
would have saved it anyway.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
The popcorn though was mine, and that was delicious.
No, it's gotta actually be a thing now, though. Is you bring like a
The completer,
edible.
as long as the completer's like in a sealed package, I'll
Yeah,
bring it back for you. Yeah.
For
For
us
sure.
to both try, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But yeah. After that, we did a little bit more at the front of Epcot, but mainly just pictures and like, I don't know, looking at stuff. And then Mom and Dad decided that they were tired, and so they wanted to go back to the resort. So, or not the resort, because we stayed off property, so it was just a hotel.
Yeah.
But so they went to the hotel, got us checked in, got all of our bags inside. And in the meantime, they dropped me off at Hollywood Studios. And
Yes, I knew you were gonna go to Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
You always have to go to Hollywood Studios, no matter what.
I love me some. Well, the thing is, we
No
were
matter
supposed
what.
to go to Hollywood Studios the next day,
Mm.
right?
And you did the next day.
No,
too, right?
we
No?
didn't.
Oh.
No. So while we were just out and about, like hanging around doing stuff, it came to my attention that my dad had never ridden Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the 23rd, Sunday,
Oh, right.
we had a park reservation for Hollywood Studios, so we changed it to Magic Kingdom so that we could get the virtual queue for Tiana's.
Nice.
And because of that, I was like, okay, so I flew out on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I flew back home on Sunday night. And so I was like, I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to go to a park and park hop that day. So I decided, I was like, I want to park hop. So I'm just going to, y'all can drop me off at Hollywood Studios. And it was actually like, there's a lot of things I enjoyed about that.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that was like kind of that had dawned on me was that I had never been alone
Just by
in
yourself.
a Disney park before.
Yeah. That must have been, I was going to ask
And it
you
was
about
like
that.
kind of nice because I wasn't worried about what anyone else wanted to do. I wasn't worried about anyone else having to stop to go to the bathroom or stop to go look at this, or they wanted to ride that ride.
It was nice. You were like, freedom.
Yeah, basically. And
so you enjoyed it, like,
I did
more than probably you thought you would have, like, been like, oh, I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I thought I was going to have fun
like
being by
feeling-
myself, but like it was more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Nice.
Not saying that like this is the way I want to do it from now on, where I'm
Well,
just
yeah.
always by myself. Of course not. I really enjoy being
Mm-hmm.
with you or with Mom or whoever.
Yeah.
Like being with people in the parks is way more fun than being by myself.
Yeah.
But being by myself is also nice every now and again.
Yeah.
It was serene,
That's so
I
funny.
guess. So the first thing I
You
did.
didn't feel lonely or anything.
No,
That's
I
good.
didn't. There was literally like, I don't know. There was definitely a couple of points while I was there where like I had the urge to like come to you or to like ask you to like if you wanted to go do something.
No.
Like kind of thinking that like, oh, Adriana's like sitting down somewhere. I have to go find her so we can go do this together.
Really? That's so sweet.
But like not
Yeah.
like not
that-
like having memory loss where I'm
Yeah.
like convinced
Oh,
you're
yeah,
there,
yeah.
but like where I'm like, oh, I'll go see if Adriana wants to see you. I'm by
It's like
myself.
it's like a little weird instinct kind of
Yeah,
thing.
kind of.
Because I mean, we have in the past too, like, been together, obviously at Disney World, but like I let him like do rides if I like don't want to do a ride, then I'm like sitting like, you know, somewhere far away, kind of ish. So
Yeah.
it's like you're kind of by yourself in that way a little bit.
I guess, but
And
like
also like I think that like when you went bow to hunting when it was your birthday, I think, and I got tired or something. I wanted you
Yeah,
to sit in
yeah.
the restaurant.
well, yeah, that's because like on
Without
my
doing-
on my birthday in 23 when we went to
My
Disneyland,
feet hurt or something.
I was like, I wanted to spend that. I honestly wanted to spend that whole day just existing in Galaxy's Edge, but I could tell that you did not. So I was okay leaving because I would rather be with you than
No.
living out the Star Wars fantasy.
That's so funny.
But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, that's cool.
So the first thing I did is I walked into Hollywood Studios and I walked straight from the gate to Star Tours.
Mm-hmm.
And I got on it and I rode it and I got off and I walked straight back into the entrance.
That's his favorite ride, guys.
And I went on it again. And then I got off, and I was about to go on it again.
Yeah.
But the dude at the when you first, like the guy that stands by, the person that stands by the entrance of the standby line,
you're weird.
definitely gave me a look the second time I went through, and I was like, I'm gonna come back in a
Really?
little bit when he swapped out with somebody. Not like a super judgy look, but just like that double take, like, wait, didn't I just see you?
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
So I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it some breathing room.
That's
And I
hilarious.
wanted to go to Galaxy's Edge, so I'm like, I'm gonna walk through Galaxy's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
If I see something I really want, maybe I'll buy it. Maybe I'll ride a ride.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then I remembered that there was a single rider line for Smuggler's Run, so I'm like, shoot, don't mind if I do. So I'll hop through that. And I actually just now remembered that there's also a single rider line, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure there's a single rider line for Rise of the Resistance. So I could have ridden that too, but I didn't even think about it. Anyway, so I rode Smuggler's Run, went to Doc Ondor's where I found that Imperial Medal of Honor or Valor that I wanted, but I was like, I'm gonna hold off because it wasn't like it was expensive, but like things that cost more than $30.
It's like
I'm pretty much like I'm typically like,
sit on it.
yeah, I'm gonna sit on this decision for a minute. I'm gonna wait and decide
It's
if
not
I actually want this.
impulsive,
Yeah.
Impulsive.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day I definitely still wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
I came home without it though, so it is what it is. After I've finished looking around at all the shops and enjoying my time, a bottle of water in Galaxy's Edge, I worked my way back to Star Tours,
That's so funny.
where I intended to ride it literally until the park closed. And that was about 8 o'clock, probably, maybe a little bit before 8 o'clock. And I got on, and then there was a bunch of teenagers that were being extremely obnoxious and rambunctious, and like I get it, like I don't mind kids having fun and enjoying themselves, but there was like 12 or 13, maybe more teenagers on here screaming at the top of their lungs, bloody murder. Like, I'm like, one kid doing it kind of funny, but every single time the vehicle moved at all, every single one of them was screaming like a banshee.
It like ruins the like.
It low key made me really mad. And you in order, you will know.
Yes, I know this.
If you make me mad enough to not want to ride my favorite ride again, you have really made me mad.
Yeah, that is so.
I literally was planning on riding it just on repeat until I got tired, which wouldn't happen, or until the park closed. Yeah. And that literally just ruined it for me for the rest of the day, and I just left. Dang. At that point, I just walked around a little bit and texted mom and dad, and I was like, y'all should come pick me up.
You're ready? You were just
I'm
like,
ready to go. Yeah.
Because I was also wondering, too, because you texted me around that time saying that you were, like, waiting to go home.
Yeah, I literally left the park and just sat.
And I looked at the timestamp, and I was like, wait. Well,
because it was probably like 6 o'clock for you. But
well, yeah, but then I also like did the math or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, well, I thought.
It was like 8:10,
I was like,
I think,
maybe
when I texted
like
you.
They wanted to go to sleep early or something.
No, I just over it.
You're just kind of over it. Yeah.
I thought about going to Magic because Magic
like,
Kingdom was open till 11 that night.
You were tired maybe though too.
I was hungry.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't want to. I don't know.
Yeah, were you already planning to have dinner with your parents?
I mean, not like planning on it, but
okay, but you were like wanting to. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they picked me up and went and had some McDonald's. It's pretty good. Except I keep getting thrown off. Every time I go to Florida and go to a McDonald's, I get thrown off because here in Colorado, we have the hot and spicy McChicken. Yeah. There's no such thing as the hot and spicy down there. In Florida and a bunch of other southern states, it's not just Florida, they have the McChicken sandwich. And it's the same. It's like the same thing, except it's not spicy. So it trips me up.
That's funny, yeah.
So yeah, we had that for dinner. And then after dinner, went back to the hotel, and went to bed.
There you go.
Yeah. And then what happened next? Next day was Sunday.
Yeah.
What did I do on Sunday? Sunday we woke up. Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know, like when I'm
Do
breathing.
you need to stop for a second?
No, it's fine. Just like when I breathe, like I have like a sharp pain kind of right here, but it's good. I think I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, it's fine. I'm good. I'm good. We're good.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine. I don't even remember what I was saying.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning. Oh yeah, woke up at. I was trying to wake up at 6:50, but Dad's alarm woke me up at like 6, I think. That scared the crap out of me.
And then, but
The
that's
first
how
time.
the funny thing is that you told me that your dad, like, just went back to sleep like right away, like just passed out, like snoring and everything right after the first alarm. And like you honestly do the same thing.
I know, but like, I feel like
but not like.
I
maybe
feel
you
like
feel
with
like
the
you
alarm he uses, I don't know how that's possible.
Because
but I
you're
guess
like,
he's used to it.
Like, yeah, I guess
like when it went off
yeah.
when I was there, like I was literally so pumped full of adrenaline
That's
that
so
I was
funny.
like,
you're like,
I don't think I ever need coffee again.
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
But yeah, when you get used to it, it's probably easy to just fall back asleep.
For you, are you used to your alarm kind of?
Probably.
I mean, because you fall asleep kind of right away after.
I don't
sometimes.
know.
When you hit snooze anyway.
I don't rarely. I rarely ever do that though. I feel like where I hit snooze. Some days I'll like wake up and I'm like, I don't actually know why I'm waking up this early, and so I'll reset my alarm. But it's not usually like 10 minutes later. It's like 30 minutes to an hour later.
Yeah, that's true.
Where I reset it. So anyway,
that's funny.
So then I jumped on the phone and grabbed a Tiana's virtual queue, and that was pretty cool. I think Guardians was a 48. We were in group 48, and Tiana's was group 37. And what was weird is that like our Guardians one came up at like 11:30, 11:45, right? And so I was expecting the Tiana's one that was 10 positions earlier.
Yeah.
I was expecting that to be around 11:30ish.
Yeah.
Right? Nah. Like it was kind of early. Like it was like, I think it was like 9:30 or 9:45 when the Tiana's one popped up. Huh. And I was like, dang, okay.
Wow. So
we went and rode Tiana. Because what we did, we entered the park. And I was like, let's go get on Tron. Because the park just opened. It's only got a 40-minute wait right now. That's not so bad. And it's worth it, in my opinion. Tron is one of the few rides where anything over 40 minutes is... Anything under 60 minutes is worth it for me.
Yeah, same.
But here's the thing. We went on it, and I filmed a video... Like for the vlog, I filmed a part where it's like, oh, that says it's a 40-minute wait. So that's even better because I think the app said 50 minutes. Like it's even better than it said. And then we go ride the ride and we get out and I'm looking at the clock and I'm filming and I'm like, what time did I film that? Because that'll tell me exactly what time we got in line. Yeah. And I don't have it on me at the moment, but I think we got in line at like, I don't know, like 9:24. Yeah. Right? And we were off the ride at like 9:49.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So I'm like, that was
way
not
less
a 40-minute wait.
Yeah, for real.
And the thing, too, is that like
so nice,
a lot of times at Magic Kingdom, that has some knee problems. So he usually gets an ECV just to help him be able to navigate the parks without his knees causing him issues. And in a lot of the rides, you get a little jump to the front of the line kind of situation, right? Well, for that one, you don't. You just transfer from your ECV and you get in a wheelchair. And then you push the wheelchair through the queue like everyone else is walking through the queue. Yeah. So there's no benefit, right? So like at that one is like we were literally waiting in line just like everybody else, and it was literally like a 20-30 minute wait. Wow. I think it was 20 minutes.
That's cool.
So anyway,
that's awesome.
And then I was like, okay, let's go get on Space Mountain. Oh, actually, sorry, our Tiana's boarding group just got called, so we have to go. So we booked it across the park and got on Tiana's, and I really like Tiana's.
Yeah, me too.
But I swear I used to like never get wet on Splash Mountain.
I know, it's so funny.
I got soaked on Tiana's the first time when you and I did it, and even just his last time.
Imagine if it was all just chance, though. Like now you just sit at the perfect perfect timing. But like, yeah, I don't know.
I suppose that could be.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. But anyway, so we got off Tiana's, and I'm like, okay, well, let's start, because I had a video that I was trying to film as well. But I was like, it's like 11 or 10:30, 10:15, I don't know. It's shortly after 10. I'm like, let's just hit some of the rides on the way back to Tomorrowland, because that's where the video I was trying to film was at.
Yeah.
And so we went on Pirates, which was the second to last one. Or that was the last one I think we went on that didn't give us some kind of assistance, skipping the line, basically.
Okay.
And so we went there. Dad transferred from the ECV into a wheelchair. Blah, 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 onto the ride with everyone else. I think that was like a 10-minute, 15-minute wait, maybe.
Nice.
Then we were like, okay, I thought Jungle Cruise was still under refurbishment, but apparently it's open again. So we jumped on Jungle Cruise.
Nice.
And that one was actually really cool because Dad being in his ECV, they're like, oh, come over here. We have a little special place for people with wheelchairs and whatnot. And so we go over there and they scan us in to the, I don't know what exactly they call it. I guess it's the DAS pass or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's the ADA pass or whatever.
Yeah.
They scanned our magic bands and then we walked up and went through the lightning lane.
Oh, nice.
So that Dad could, because Dad had to walk, but they were able to like, yeah, it's 100 feet.
What if you can't walk?
They do have boats that allow you to drive onto the boat.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of neat. Yeah. That's new. I didn't know they did that. That's new for me.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so we got basically got a free lightning lane,
Nice.
which is really cool.
Nice.
And then after we got off that, I think we walked back over to Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, let's get on Space Mountain. And then the Space Mountain does the same thing, where they're like, okay, you have the wheelchair, you're gonna have to, or you have the ECV, you're gonna have to transfer to a wheelchair, but there are stairs on the standby queue, so you have to go through the lightning lane side.
Nice.
But if you don't have a lightning lane, they scan you through a standby version of the same thing, where they give you a return window instead.
Interesting.
So they scanned all of our magic pens and they come back in like 20 minutes, because the wait at that point was 25 minutes. So they come back in 20 minutes. And so we're like, cool, let's go jump on good old Tomorrowland Transit Authority Metroliner People Mover.
There you go.
And so we rode the People Mover around, and then once we got off that, we just popped straight back onto Space Mountain, filmed the rest of my video at the exit of Space Mountain. And then at that point, we had at one point planned to film a video involving monorails, and then canceled that for this trip, and we're going to do it in March because I'm going to do it differently and smarter, I think. But yeah.
Nice.
So then we rode the monorail to Epcot because I wanted to get like some aerial footage of the construction of Test Track, but you couldn't see anything from the monorail, crazy. So it's kind of pointless. Not really pointless because I like to ride the monorail, so it was fun. And we ended up just hopping off the monorail because the thing with anything on the monorail loop is you go through security before you get on the monorail. So you could get on the monorail at Magic Kingdom, ride it to Epcot, hop off, go into the park without having to go through security again, and go do something, and then get back on the monorail, and you could go back to Magic Kingdom and go straight back into Magic Kingdom without going through security again. So I was like, let's just hop off and go ride Spaceship Earth, because we didn't get to Spaceship Earth the day before. And so we did that. Rode Spaceship Earth and then literally left. Actually, we did take a photo. There's like I think you call it like the Tiny World photo pass or photo opportunity. So
did we do that?
No, it's new.
Oh.
I didn't actually get it from Mom yet, so I'm gonna have to ask her for it so I can show that to you because it's kind of cute.
Oh, nice.
Excuse me. I told you I was gonna be talking a lot.
Do you need water?
I think I might. Do you have anything you want to just throw in really quick while I'm?
Yeah. I was just gonna say that I thought you were talking about like the one time that when we went to Epcot, we had like this photo, like a photo person was like, oh, we're gonna take a picture in front of the Epcot ball or something, but it was like really zoomed out or something.
Yeah, that's the super zoom.
Oh.
We did not do the super zoom. The Tiny World is different. It's a 360 camera, but instead of a 360 camera taking pictures of everything around. I mean, it is taking pictures of everything around, but then it lays it out in like a circle.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to explain it without showing it to you. So I'll show it to you when I get it. So after we did the photo, we jumped back on the monorail because we had parked at Magic Kingdom. We rode the monorail back to the Transportation and Ticket Center, popped off of that, jumped in the truck, and this was probably at this point it was after. I think it was after 1. It was maybe about 1 o'clock. I think.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
I don't know. I'm not gonna get too stuck on the time, but it was like 2 or 3, I think, because my flight left at 9:10, and the goal was to get back to the airport before 7.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go to Disney Springs before I left for like some final shopping, which ended up being a total bust because I don't think I ended up buying anything in Disney Springs because
so weird.
The things I wanted weren't there, and I'm like,
I'm sorry.
Usually, if you choose not to buy something in the park, you can go to Disney Springs, and 9 times out of 10 you can get it there. But
that's true.
They closed Star Wars Trading Post.
They closed it?
Yeah. So you remember, there's the World of Disney, which is the giant Disney store in Disney Springs. And then there's a Pin Traders, which is right by the Pearl Place. Right next to that was Star Wars Traders, Galactic Traders, or whatever it was.
Yeah, I remember going there last time.
Yeah, that's closed. The only Star Wars shop in Disney Springs now is Galactic, I don't even remember what it's called. It's another store, but it's all the way on the opposite end of Disney Springs.
That's crazy.
By like the movie theater. So I was like, dang, okay.
Yeah, wow.
But I ended up not. I did, but they had the medal. They had a medal, but it was like different. The Rebel medal,
not the one.
Not the Imperial medal. And I'm like, y'all are lame.
But funny.
So I ended up not getting anything at Disney Springs, which is kind of weird. I was this close to going to the Coke store just to buy a Coke.
That's so funny.
But I was like, no, I'll grab one over at Walt Disney because Mom and Dad were over there waiting for me to get back, so we could get in the car and leave. But by the time I got there, they were already like at the stairs to get into the parking garage, which is it was before I would have got to World of Disney where those stairs were. So we ended up just leaving. But yeah, and then we jumped on the car and they drove to the airport, dropped me off.
And dropped you off actually like an hour earlier than what you planned, right?
Roughly, yeah. I think it was like 6. I can't remember. I feel like it was like 6:20 or something, 6:30, something like that. Yeah. I had plenty of time, but it was a good thing because the wait for security at Orlando International Airport was crazy.
Long that day, huh?
Yeah, it was 45 minutes.
I wonder if it's always busy like on Sundays.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, is like maybe this is just the fact that it's Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. It was nuts.
Crazy.
It took forever.
I'm glad that, you were able to not worry about it too much.
Yeah, me too. So. Well, yeah, I ended up getting to my gate, and I sat at my gate for about 30 minutes. And then I was like, I was 100% intending on eating back in Denver when I got home. But as I'm sitting there, because I felt like it was too early to eat when I was waiting for the plane. Yeah. I was like, I'm not really that hungry yet. Yeah. And so I wasn't planning eating. I was like, I'll just eat when I get back to Denver. And then it was slowly setting in for me that I wasn't going to be back in Denver until like 11:30 at night. And I'm like, that's a long time to go without eating. Okay. So I went and grabbed some McDonald's. There you go. And then went back to the gate and ate my sandwich, and it was delicious. I had a crispy chicken sandwich from them. It was good. Not as good as other ones, but like as far as McDonald's food goes, it was good. And then jumped on the plane and flied back home, and spent the entire journey with some dude's elbow in my rib cage because he doesn't understand personal boundaries, I suppose.
Personal space, yeah.
Respect to you if you're listening to this. I kind of doubt you are, but just on that off chance.
It's so funny. Oh my God.
I don't know. It was a really uncomfortable flight home. I think I did end up sleeping for an hour. Yeah. I don't know how.
You're just exhausted. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, then we're back in Denver, and I got to finally hug and smooch my beautiful wife after not doing that for
2 whole days, guys.
3 days.
3 whole days technically, yeah, because Friday.
Because
Yeah.
the last time, I guess I smooched you at 2 when I left. So 2 a.m. on Friday morning until 11, probably 11:45 is when I actually came back up
Yeah.
from the train to 11:45 on Sunday. That's basically 3 days.
That is
A
true.
long time.
It was a long time because I mean we're always together, so it's like it was really weird, honestly. Like, especially since it also is the weekend, and so like I wasn't like going to work or anything, and it was kind of weird. It was odd not having you home because like we always do like our like weekend stuff together. So especially on Sundays, you know, go to church and everything. So
Yeah.
it was weird to go without you.
I bet.
It was weird to have Sunday evening being like, well, I'm just gonna keep doing school, I guess, because I'm in school currently and getting my master's degree. Just gotta do that while I'm also full-time working. So, yeah, but it was. I'm glad you're back. I missed you.
Me too. I missed you too.
I'm glad you had fun.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
More fun with you, but you know.
Yeah.
Right on. Should we jump down on into the news then, shall we?
Yes.
All right. We actually have kind of a decent amount of stuff to cover today.
Why'd you turn the light on?
Huh? I did not mean to.
Okay.
That is why. Okay, so first and foremost.
Oh, wow.
This is not super related, but yeah. So Disneyland. Oh no, sorry, that's the wrong one. So they are currently working on a Walt Disney animatronic show in Disneyland to temporarily replace Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln in honor of the 70th anniversary of Disneyland.
Interesting.
Hello. Okay.
That's cool.
And that is set to open on July 17th, 2025, which actually kind of annoys me because we're planning on going in May of 2025.
That's
to
in
Disneyland. Yeah, so we won't get to see it, and it kind of annoys me, but I guess it is what it is. It sounds like it should go into a rotation from this point forward. It'll be Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and then they'll rotate it, and it'll be the Walt Disney thing. But so that is coming on July 17th, and I think that's going to be really freaking cool. Yeah, that is probably one of those few things that I will watch on YouTube basically immediately.
Nice. That's
Normally
cool.
I'm like, oh, wait till I see it, but I will probably be watching that beforehand. As of today, Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind no longer have virtual queues.
Nice.
They now have standby queues.
There you go.
Which is actually really freaking cool.
That was kind of fast.
For Tiana's, I feel like it was kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians was not fast because that's been open since like 2023.
Yeah, dang. That's
so
crazy.
that was a minute, and I think Magic Kingdom's already closed. What time is it?
It's 10:50.
So it shouldn't be.
Why?
No, it closed at 10 tonight. Okay.
Okay.
I was looking to see what the if there was a wait time for it or not, but too late in the day to find out. So both of those no longer use virtual queue and now have standby queues. Guardians got, I think, to 140-minute wait earlier today.
That's crazy.
But for most of the day, it looked like it was sitting around 70.
Wow.
So that is not so bad.
Wow.
Definitely expected more. And it looked like Tiana's was pretty much somewhere around that 60 to 75-minute wait as well. Next big news we have is coming for Disney Springs. There's a place called Level 90, or a brand called Level 99 that is going to be taking over the NBA Experience building, which used to be Disney Quest, which used to be a giant, super immersive like arcade, multi-level arcade, and like state-of-the-art technology and games and stuff in Disney Springs. That closed back in like 2010 or something like that, if not earlier, 2009. and it was replaced in 2020, I think, or 2019 with an NBA experience, and then that also closed. And now Level 99 is going in there. And Level 99, from what I can gather, is like a obstacle course funhouse.
That's cool.
Something or other fun looking ish kind of things.
Nice.
Looks like just some kind of immersive, like just there's like games and mazes, and
that's cool.
there's like this one picture of a girl walking across an I-beam with swinging axes.
Huh. Interesting.
So I don't know exactly what it is. Doesn't really say.
That's cool though.
But so that is coming to Disney Springs. It doesn't look like we have a date for sure yet, but eventually. So that'll be cool. Get to see some stuff happen over there. In Disneyland, we have some news regarding Lightning Lane Premium Pass, which starting today as well. You're able to purchase your Lightning Lane Premier Pass 7 days before your park visit. And the Premier Pass is like the super expensive, super fancy one where you don't make reservations for rides. You just get on.
Really?
Yeah. It's a lot more, but like you don't have to worry. Like it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
Like we were trying to go on Slinky Dog Dash in Disney World.
So
before we went,
we didn't have the premium. That
no,
exists. Yeah.
I don't think it did. It might have just started in September. No, I think it started after we got back in September.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it'd be worth
super
it right
expensive.
Now,
the only benefit, in my opinion, is that
you just go in right
we
away.
wanted to get on Slinky Dog. We couldn't find a lightning lane for it. You just walk up and you just do it.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't even matter. But the thing is, you can only use it once per ride.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're getting closer. We're getting closer to Universal's VIP pass.
Yeah.
But we're still not there because with the VIP pass in Universal, you can walk up, you can literally scan in to the same ride 100 times in a row. I don't think you could physically do it 100 times in a row. I don't think there's enough time in the day, but but you could. Like it's unlimited. Like you can ride whatever ride you want as many times as you want going through the skip the line. You don't have that option with Disney, and that kind of annoys me that I can only do it once.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, what if I just want to keep going through the lightning lane of Star Tours over and 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 over again? Like, let me do it. But anyway, that used to be only you used to only be able to purchase that 5 days in advance, but they have upped it to 7 as of today. So that's super fun.
Is that the last one?
This is actually the same as the first one, and so is this.
Nice.
I think this is actually the one that I was watching. Oh no, it's the same as this one. So the last two on here, the same as the last two that we did.
Nice.
So that's the news. Not a whole lot like really going on, but
we got some news this time this week.
I don't know.
Guys.
Like last week there
like
was nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's cool. There's always something happening, guys. It always change.
For sure.
Am I trying to get the music up?
Yes. Because I was able to figure out how to make it so that we can use it on TikTok and everything.
Really? Oh, okay.
I fixed it. Is this where I want to be?
You fixed it. What was wrong with it?
Actually, I think they fixed it because there was only a place to put a YouTube link in for a long time. And then I checked today and there was a place to put TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and everything. So I was able to get it set up.
Okay. Did you come up with a different game for today?
Oh, I've got a good game for today.
Oh, goodness.
It's going to be fun. What I didn't do is come up with good music. I have 2 songs.
It's okay. Hopefully it's not going to blast our ears.
No, I have it turned all the way down right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can put it on loop, but it doesn't look like I can. I don't think I see an option there. Which is annoying because I kind of need it on loop so that I could... And this is also super, super relevant music for it. So here we go. All right, everybody. Welcome to The Cost is Correct.
That's funny. That's good.
Get it? Because it's not The Price is Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. So today's game goes a little bit like this. I'm going to give you, we're going to go through 5 different vacation packages. 3 at Walt Disney World, 2 at Disneyland. All right. I have gotten the estimated price for each one. I'm going to give you 3 different options to choose from, and you have to tell me which one you think is which cost is correct.
Okay, that's good.
All right. I'm going to explain to you what each one is, right? So that should kind of help you get an idea of like where we should be sitting, okay?
Okay.
Excellent. I will stipulate by saying all of these estimates begin on April 7th. So the start date is the same for all of them. And it is for 2 guests and does not include any travel protection, flights, anything like that. It's just booking the vacation. Okay. This is very different music from the last one. Okay. I actually don't like it for this. Let me do that, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if it'll just loop this now. All right. Your first vacation package is a 4-night stay in a preferred room at Pop Century with the quick service dining plan and a 5-day single park per day ticket. Okay. Is that $2,301.59? Is it $2,410.43? Or is it $2,943?
Dang.
Let's just go cost is correct, and we'll say, is it $2,300, $2,400, or $2,500?
Okay, say that again. 23, 24, 25?
Yes.
23, 24, 25. I think because you said it has quick
service dining plan. Yes, it is a 4-night stay in a preferred room at Pop Century with the quick service dining plan and 5-day single park per day tickets.
I'm gonna go to the higher one. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the 2,500.
2,500? Is that your final answer?
Yeah, probably not right.
That is incorrect.
Dang it. Was it 23?
It was actually 24. So the cost estimate for that is $2,410.43.
Dang. That was actually going to be my guess.
Why wasn't it then?
Because I didn't want to go with my gut, because my gut is wrong most of the time.
Your gut is almost never wrong. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Package number 2. I feel like
how many do we
music
have?
isn't looping.
Yeah, no.
I have 5.
Okay.
Package number 2 is for a 5-night stay in a 1-bedroom cabin at the Cabins at Fort Wilderness Resort. This package includes a 6-day park hopper and no dining plan. Is this $5,200, $5,300, or $5,100? $5,200, $5,300, or $5,100?
I think 5,100.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Dang it. 5,200?
No. It is 5,300. So it's more
expensive.
To be fair,
for which one?
I decided to do the pricing the way that I did a little bit later. So one of the so it's $5,135.72, $5,210.94, or $5,264.92. So the one that is $5,264.20, I rounded up to be $2,300, and that is the cost to stay for 5 nights in a 1-bedroom cabin at Cabins at Fort Wilderness with a 6-day park hopper pass with no dining plan.
Wow, that's crazy. It's expensive, man.
The cabin is it's a cabin.
Makes sense.
It's got 1 bedroom, but it has a full living room and a full kitchen.
Okay, wow.
So.
You're dancing.
Your third package is a 3-night stay with park hopper. 3-night stay with park view at Bay Lake Tower with a 4-day park hopper and the Disney dining plan.
Ooh,
Disney dining plan.
Expensive.
Table service, quick service, 2 snacks.
Yeah, this is going to be expensive.
Is this $7,000, $8,000, or $9,000?
I'm gonna go 8,000.
$8,000.
So mad.
Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah,
You're
get
correct.
It? Oh my God,
it is
yeah, I got one.
$8,191.74.
I was gonna be sad if I didn't get at least one right.
That is definitely a bucket list stay for me, but
yeah,
we're gonna need to put a second mortgage on the house for that.
Jeez. Mm-hmm.
Your fourth package. A 2-night stay. We moved to Disneyland. I will stipulate Disneyland, unless I missed it, does not offer a dining plan at all. However, you can buy Lightning Lane Multipass ahead of time. So before we've been doing with or without dining plan. Here we are doing with and without Lightning Lane Multipass. Okay.
Okay.
Your fourth. Your fourth pack. I'm trying to start this song over.
Your fourth one.
Your fourth package is for a 2-night stay in a standard room at the Grand Californian without Lightning Lane Multipass with a 3-day single park per day ticket. Is this package $2,000, $1,900, or $2,500?
I think first one.
You said, I don't remember what I said first. $2,000, $1,999.
Yeah. 900. 1,900.
1,900 is that your final answer? That is yet again incorrect.
Dang
it is
it.
2,000, roughly 2,005. I really should have thought about doing this differently before.
Dang.
It is technically $2,272.70.
Dang, I would be not good at prices, right, guys?
That's okay. All right, are you ready for your final package? Your final package is for a single night stay in a premium view room at Pixar Place with a park hopper pass, 2-night park hopper pass, 2-day park hopper pass, and Lightning Lane multi-pass for both days. Is this $1,500, $1,600, or $1,700?
That's a pretty good deal. It's not that bad. With all
For
that.
one night, it's actually not bad at all.
$1,500.
$1,500 is incorrect. I think you are.
wanted.
Oh, I didn't even switch cameras over to you. My bad. That last one sucked a little bit.
Like $1,700 or $1,600.
It is $1,720.47.
Dang, the more expensive side. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow.
I actually really enjoyed that,
That was fun.
and I would like to do it again in the future, just with better planning ahead of time.
I will probably do that for you too. Like I'll have you guess.
Okay. It's a lot of work to get it set up.
Well, I know. I guess it's kind of, but yeah. It's
What's annoying is that camera's about to die. That's okay. We'll just stick on this one.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Okay. Yay. That was it. That was
That's
our episode, guys.
That's the episode. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
So, you want to do the tag?
Well,
My camera's about to die, so I'll let you do the end part, but I'll just turn to you guys over here, and I will inform you that Marcy and I will have a new episode of DCOM Kids out this Friday. We missed last Friday because I just straight up ran out of time.
Yeah.
And I believe it's Jumping Ship.
Nice.
With the Lawrence brothers, featuring all 3 of the Lawrence brothers. Actually, it's a really good movie. I still need to watch it, to be completely honest. I was gonna download it on my iPad and watch it on the flight, and I totally forgot.
Dang.
And yeah, I was very tempted to pay $8 to have Wi-Fi on the flight just so I could do it, but I'm like, nah. I'll watch it later. So that'll be happening eventually. But we definitely will have the episode out this Friday. And then, yeah, on Wednesday, I am going to be live streaming some more MC Parks on Minecraft, exploring the Minecraft innated version of Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Part of me thought about like pushing it out another week, just because I just got back from Disney, so it's still fresh, you know.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like physically back from Disney, that exploring a virtual one is gonna feel weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy it anyway. I want to showcase Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom, so that's gonna be a good time. And then next week, me and Adriana will be back again to discuss something. We talked about it the other day, but I can't remember what we talked about.
Oh, really? We talked about it?
We had an idea, but I don't remember what it
Oh,
was.
no.
But
I forget.
oh well, I will let you and have them guide them to the socials and then take us out.
You can see us at TikTok, right? TikTok, with Noah Parker's World of Wonder, right? Okay, I'm getting it right. I know it's funny because I'm the social media person, but like I don't know like our things. So Noah Parker World of Wonder at TikTok. Check us out there on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. All right. Well, let's have a good night, everyone, and let the wonder take hold.